Every week, the program Sports Nation introduces you to the main events of Kazakhstan and world sports. We cover large tournaments, find outstanding heroes, and open doors to the best sports arenas in the country. Today we will see the President's Ice Hockey Cup, talk with the best Kazakh chess player Zhansaya Abdumalik. Also we'll find out why Aikido has so many fans here in Kazakhstan. The tournament for the President's Cup is a whole week of a non-stop hockey. Before the start of the 11th season of the Continental Hockey League, 4 teams gathered in Astana to assess their own level of preparedness while giving such a gift to hockey fans. Four teams entered the tournament: Neftekhimik from Nizhnekamsk, Amur from Khabarovsk, Boris, and the Kazakhstan national team. The hosts of the ice were stronger than Amur in the first round. The score was opened in the middle of the second period. It was realized by Nikita Mikhailis. The minimum score lasted until the last minute of the match, when Khabarovsk players removed the goalkeeper and equalized the score. In overtime, luck was on Boris' side. At the same time, the national team of Kazakhstan lost to Neftekhimik with a score 4-1. The author of the only goal of Kazakhstan was Artem Likotnikov. The second game day was less successful for Boris. In a match with Neftekhimik, 6 pucks were thrown at the Kazakh team's gate. The Astana team responded to that with only 3 successful counterattacks. Team of Kazakhstan after the game with Amur settled at the end of the tournament bracket. They were defeated with the score 0-4. On the last day of the game, Amur and Neftekhimik decided the fate of the first place in the tournament. All of their goals were scored by Khabarovsk in the first period. The first who stood out the most was Denis Golubev, and then Ilya Berestennikov. Nizhnekamsk responded with only 1 puck. It was on the account of Alexei Mikhnov. The score is 2-1, and the first place was taken by Amur. Boris and the national team of Kazakhstan met on another match. The first period gave the most results, after which Boris lost by 1-3. A few seconds before the final siren, the hosts equalized the score, but still lost to a more motivated team in overtime. If a year ago Boris claimed to win in the home tournament, now it lost such a chance.
Вышли, как-то легкие голы пропустили, потом весь матч пытались героически.
We went out on the ice, we missed easy goals, and after that tried to win the whole match. It seemed like we did it, but a mistake in overtime led to a missed goal. If you do not get the first place, it is not that terrible in such a tournament. As for physical form, the team is working hard. Everything goes according to a plan.
Команда работает, команда проделывает большую работу, поэтому здесь, в общем-то, все, как говорится, как по плану.
The main bet in the new season will be made on newbie foreign players. Patrice Cormier, a quite well-known tough guy in the vastness of the AHL. Curtis Volk is a young Canadian who probably will soon compete for the national team of Kazakhstan. The team was also joined by the goalkeeper Rahovin. Last season he took the silver in the Finnish league with Tappara team. The entire league knows Swedish Andrei Peterson from his first season in Sochi.
What about your health? Because last season you had some problems.
Yeah, I had some problems last year, but everything is good now. I've been working hard this summer to get back. It's the first games, I think coach said at some point that he might change the lines up.
Regular Continental Hockey League season will start on September 5th. On this day, Boris will try to take revenge from Andrei Nazarov in Nizhnekamsk. Coming up next, Zhansaya Abdumalik will tell us about her sports ambitions, college studies, and her love for fishing. At the age of 8, Zhansaya Abdumalik became the world champion. At 13, she played with Anatoly Karpov and won one game. Now the girl is 18, and she is considered to be the strongest chess player among women up to the age of 20. Zhansaya, hello, how are you doing?
Excellent, thank you. I'm currently training with the male team. I'm in a good form. I recently played at a tournament in Armenia, so I'm ready. All is well.
The desire to train with men is your personal desire?
Yes, it was personally mine. It's more interesting here, plus the team composition is stronger. If we take separate sparring matches, then it's more useful here for me than in the women's team. In the women's team, I am number one, so here it's more challenging.
You had different mentors at different times. In particular, you were trained by Nikolai Peregudov, the Chinese Grandmaster Zhang Zhong, who is training you now.
Сейчас я занимаюсь с украинским гроссмейстером Захаром Ефименко. Он был секундантом.
Now I'm training with Ukrainian Grandmaster Zahar Yefimenko. He was second to Vladimir Kramnik, the world champion. He also scored more than 2,800 points in the national team of Ukraine. I have been training with him for 1.5 and 2 years. I like it. His training, his analysis, everything is good in this respect.
Его анализы все как бы на уровне, поэтому меня сейчас все пока устраивает.
You could explain how chess scores are considered and who is in the elite.
Вообще 2700 это в принципе сейчас уже так не считается прям элитой, но, например, в Казахстане еще не было.
In general, 2,700 points is no longer considered to be an elite. But in Kazakhstan, there hasn't been a chess player who would pass for this mark or at least come close to it. It's very hard to get 2,700 points. If you got them, then you're a super professional, but you have to give all of yourself all the time. For example, my rating is now 2,481 points. For every successful tournament, you can score 25 points. This is at best. So I still need to play a lot of tournaments to get the necessary 300 points.
А если играть среднюю, ну, в плюсе можешь оказаться, ну, плюс 7. Ну и представляете, сколько надо турниров сыграть, чтобы эти 300 мне перевалить.
Among the players from Kazakhstan, you're closest to this mark.
Из женских, да.
Among women, yes. Among men, we also have players with a rating of 2,600. The fact is that they're already adults, and in order to exceed the 2,700 mark, we need to make a strong effort.
How many hours a day do you spend at the chessboard?
От 3 до 6.
From 3 to 6. At the training camp, it can be around 8 hours. 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours after lunch. But this is the maximum. You squeeze everything out of yourself. You understand that you're learning something that you can use later against any opponent. And you will get the title of the world champion, and it's great.
What is your main goal in chess?
Стать чемпионкой мира среди женщин.
To become a world champion among women this year, for the first time, I will take part in the World Championship knockout system. It will be held in November. Now I'm preparing for it. This was my goal since childhood.
As far as I know, your father brought you to chess, and you started to train with your brother.
Да, изначально вместе с братом, но после...
Yes, originally I started training with my brother. After 3 years of training, he decided to stop playing chess and focused on studying. I stayed in chess. He's currently studying in Germany. In general, once he finished with chess, he started track and field athletics. And literally 1.5 years later, he became the champion of Kazakhstan in athletics. Then apparently he also became bored and left athletics.
Was it difficult to start chess at the initial stage? It cost a lot of money. You need to travel somewhere constantly. You need strong mentors, sparring partners.
Да, на начальном этапе было тяжело, ну, потому что как бы больших результатов ты сразу не показываешь.
Yes, at the initial stage it was hard because you do not show big results at once. Parents sacrificed a lot. We borrowed money, we sold our apartment to invest in me. It's necessary to take risks.
Спонсоров не было. Ну, да, так вот приходится чем-то рисковать.
Do you think chess took your childhood away from you?
Нет, абсолютно.
No, absolutely. I competed in tournaments with children, I traveled and saw the world. I had a great childhood.
У меня вообще супер было детство.
The chess lessons didn't interfere with your studies.
No, I studied and trained at the same time.
That is, you managed to study and play chess.
Yes, I studied at home. It's not difficult for chess players. Our memory is good. I didn't have time for the entire school program, but mathematics, physics were the main subjects. I had time to learn them.
Физика, все эти дела, то есть основные.
You, in fact, initially stood out among your peers. You had other goals. Did this affect the relationship with your friends and peers?
Да, в принципе, ну, таких
Yes.
каких-то общих, ну, то есть,
Did you have many friends in your childhood?
если честно, то нет. То есть все.
To say the truth, no. All my friends are chess players, but there is no one from school. I didn't communicate with anyone closely because I often traveled. We had little in common. Everyone talked about something else, and I talked about chess, about titles. In principle, I can communicate with people. At school, there was only hello and goodbye communication, and this was the maximum.
Как бы привет, пока, это максимум.
Who do you want to become in the future? What about your education?
It's that time of my life when I can still think about it. I'm in college at the moment.
2 more years to go. In college, what is your major?
I'm studying to become a programmer. Chess closely resembles computers, and it was interesting to me to combine it. And as for whether I'll be a programmer and whether I'll go on to study as a programmer, I have not decided yet. I think more about the World Cup.
Several games in your career lasted for more than 7 hours. How difficult is it to stay so concentrated?
When we are in the game, the time flies. You completely immerse yourself in the game and you count the time. You don't notice those 7 hours. After the game, you feel tired. I'm swimming. I do this every day. I have a coach. I try to keep myself in good physical shape. For a chess player, this is very important. Someone is playing football, someone is playing tennis. Sometimes I go to the gym. It turns out I play chess for 6 hours. For 2 hours, I exercise. It turns out I have a full-time working day.
Can you make money playing chess? You're constantly on the road. You need to somehow pay for everything.
У тех ребят, которые показывают результаты, у них в основном у многих есть.
Players who show good results have their sponsors. Now it's easier for us because some expenses are covered by sponsors and federation. You can earn money in the adult championships. The children championships don't have big prize money.
Большие призы, а в принципе на взрослых чемпионатах можно.
Do you have sponsors?
I'm now sponsored by the federation and, if I'm not mistaken, by Samruk Kazana.
Did the chess level rise in Kazakhstan?
В мире уже с нами считается.
A lot. They take us into account on the world chess arena. We have a lot of children who are world champions. Our female team shows very good results.
Окрепли.
You are very young. Now you're 18. Did you have any problems with your older colleagues?
Было такое, пришлось через такое тоже пройти. Да, но в принципе я как-то.
Yes, I had experienced something like that. I had to go through it, but I quickly joined the team, became friends with everyone. We have 3 more girls at training camp. They're our reserve players, and we try to cheer them up.
Мы тоже стараемся как-то их подбодрить, там, не знаю, какие-то советы дать, помочь.
Anatoly Karpov is the most difficult opponent with whom you've met before.
В принципе, да. Уровень вообще не упал. Он, наверное, даже еще сильнее.
I guess it's true. He's the world champion. Over the years, his level did not fall. He even became stronger. With age, you understand chess in a different way. I had such a period when I was 15, 16 years old, when my rating didn't grow. I practiced, but something was missing. Once I became older, I understood. There was a lack of worldly wisdom.
Не хватало, в принципе, и не хватало просто такого житейской, не знаю, мудрости.
Is it true that you want to become a deputy?
Да, правда. Идея появилась в 2008 году. Не то, что появилась.
True. The idea came in 2008. I won the World Cup in Vietnam. Before that, I won in Asia. I was invited to Astana by Deputy Gulmira Isinbayeva. She showed me the majelis and how they work. I liked it.
В общем, эту всю внутреннюю кухню, атмосферу. Ну и мне это понравилось.
Still, is this a desire to work there or the desire to create something new?
Естественно, это главная цель. То есть, просто...
Of course, this is the main goal. As a child, I was impressed by the atmosphere.
Она мне показала зал, в котором...
My goal is to promote sports and chess. I have already went through a lot, and I understand what I went through with my parents.
Получается, я через весь этот путь прошла.
How do you spend your free time?
Я езжу на рыбалку к дедушке.
I go fishing to my grandfather in Shymkent. This is the most wonderful holiday in nature. There I do not think about chess because I even dream about chess. I can relax only when fishing.
Расслабиться я могу только вот, да, на рыбалке. Рыбалка – это идеальный вариант.
And what did chess give you? What skills and abilities?
Tons of them.
The top skills that you got from chess.
Топовые, ну это, наверное, память наша.
The visual memory is unique. I memorize faces instantly, but I don't remember the names of people and phone numbers. I only know my father's phone number, although my visual memory is great.
В этом плане тяжело.
Thank you very much for the interview. Next, Coach Igor Antokhin will explain why Aikido is the continent in the world of martial arts.
Хорошо, но не на носочках.
Well, but not on your toes. It looks nice, but now the knees are bent. At a distance of your comfort zone.
Такой вот зоной комфорта, да, здесь. Своего рода материк в мире боевых искусств. Это такая...
A kind of a continent in the world of martial arts. This is an autonomous unit. The founder of Aikido was the Japanese man Morihei Ueshiba. He created it in the middle of the last century. Due to its principles, Aikido has become famous and popular around the world.
Получила мировую известность и такое широкое распространение.
Aikido does not require special physical training, and there are practically no contradictions. This is a fairly peaceful kind of martial art. These people came to develop physical abilities and become spiritually rich.
Мы используем атаку, энергию противника, но не для...
We use the attack, the energy of the enemy, but not in order to fight him, to eliminate him, but for the conflict to be settled, and we switched to a dialogue. Initially, the founder of Aikido accepted for training only adults who had both combat and life experience.
И уже взрослых, то есть которые имели как боевой опыт, так и жизненный опыт.
In classical Aikido, there are no attacks. In fact, the style basically teaches us to defend ourselves. Tell me, is it effective? Perhaps, but over the years, Aikido has somewhat changed. It has become much tougher. Follower of the new style was Steven Seagal.
Мы всегда говорим своим ученикам, выстраивайте...
We always tell our students, build a dialogue with your body. There are a lot of masters in the world who practice it, and they're over 70 years old. Recently, one sensei came to us. He was 78. In May came another master. He was 72. One Aksakal, who never trained in anything, at 77 years old, came to us recently. And he did the exercises perfectly. Of course, in his rhythm.
В своем ритме, в своем каком-то понимании, ну, как бы ощущениях своего тела.
Aikido is a fairly accessible kind of martial arts. There are many clubs practically in all large cities of Kazakhstan. It is important to remember that there is a classical Aikido aimed at more spiritual development, but there is a real one where one learns to fight.
Я являюсь сам себе инструктором.
I'm an instructor for myself. First of all, those masters who give me knowledge, they show the directions, what kind of equipment I need to have. But up the hill, I go myself. This is what distinguishes martial art from ordinary sport.
Просто, ну, спорта.
The video of the week concludes our program. This is Bull Bullard, an American basketball player from the team Harlem Globetrotters. In the world, he's known for his incredible tricks, and you see one of them. Bullard managed to hit the basketball ring, being in the cockpit of a plane flying from above.